You're checking out the O&A show?
Certainly are.
It's a virus. It's spreading across America. Deal with it. We got an Erock story, Jim?
We certainly do.
Yeah?
Erock told me a good story. When did you fly home?
Yesterday.
All right, get to the story without the boring details.
We're getting on the plane. There's this kid screaming in the same one-pitch tone. And this is going on for almost half an hour.
Can you imitate the kid, please?
That's actually a good point. Up.
Kid is going like that the entire time.
Ooh.
Was he doing it longer than that?
For over half an hour.
No, but each version of it was how long?
At least a minute.
I mean, do it.
At least a minute.
Not do it for a minute, but do it, please.
That was 3 seconds.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
not even. It was like 2.5.
We want to see how long you could do it.
And where
There's no
was,
way the kid was doing it for a minute.
Where was with the kid?
On the airplane.
Right. Okay.
So the kid is making the same noise when we get on the plane. He sits down with his parents, and this is going on for about half an hour, and then the plane starts taking off. The kid is still making this noise.
What noise would that be?
Could you do it for more than 3? You don't have to do it for a minute, but could you do
Yeah.
it for 10
Do
seconds?
it as long as your breath can, like, hold out.
It may hurt.
Take a
but-
deep breath. Do it as long as you can, because we're not getting how annoying
Right,
this is,
right,
to
that's
tell you the
kinda
truth.
cute.
Yeah, you got to bring everyone
You
into the
got to
story
kind
here.
of bring, because that's not that bad.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Anytime.
Deep breath.
And go.
That was 4 seconds, parrot lungs.
Jesus, how about you start jogging?
Wow.
How old are you?
That was 4 seconds.
You're like, what, 27 years old tops?
Oh, my God.
So a kid did that 15 times longer than you just did.
I like how it ended in a call.
How about a sit-up?
Like Grandpa.
That was air that's been in his lungs 10 years, popping out.
So what?
Yeah, it might have been a goof, though. Erock, one more try it.
Yeah, you
okay?
give it one more.
Let's try to beat 4 seconds on the imitating the
Use
baby
some-
screaming at the airport.
And use some breath control, like
Yeah.
kind of hold it back from the diaphragm, deep breath, and let it go.
All right?
Okay.
Are you ready to try again?
Yeah.
And go.
Eight seconds, old man.
Look, he's taking swigs off of everything he's got to drink over there. Oh, God, why is that so goddamn funny?
We have audio of that, I hope.
Of course.
8 lousy seconds.
That is going to be on our instant replays, please.
You want to
Under the Erock page.
How about one more try at it? What do you say? One more try.
One more, because you know something?
getting better.
That was your longest one yet.
Yeah, now you know what
You're kind of learning
Right.
every time you do it. This will be the last one.
All
so
right.
really make it count.
Okay.
As long as you can, hold it. Like, hold it, like, as long as you can, even though you feel like you're out of breath.
Yeah.
Keep going till the last possible second.
Big breath before you do it, too. Here we go. And go.
Eyes off. That's much better.
His face is all red.
Yeah.
That's about, 11 seconds.
That's not bad.
We'll give you 11 seconds on that one.
All right.
Yeah, it's not bad if you used to play Superman and you fell off a horse.
All right, so the kid's doing this at the airport.
In the airplane, yeah.
Airplane, sorry.
So everybody sits down, gets ready. The plane's about to take off. And as the plane is taking off, the kid is still making this noise.
Mm-hmm.
Someone from behind me yells, "Could you shut the damn kid up?" The father turns around and yells, "The kid has Down syndrome."
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh.
How old was the kid?
So we all have to suffer because you have bad DNA?
Oh.
Exactly.
He said the kid Like, you shut the kid up, and the father says the kid
has Down syndrome.
Has Down syndrome. Oh, boy.
But again, when you're 2, you don't have to be retarded to be annoying and awful. Kids who are 2 would make that noise anyway.
True.
So here's what the father was doing. He was trying to, like, emotionally one-up the guy on the plane because his dumb kid wouldn't shut up.
Yeah.
I mean, if the kid was 19 doing that, then the Down syndrome excuse is valid.
How old would you say the kid was?
About 2 years
About
old.
2.
2 with Down syndrome? So that's just a kid.
Yeah.
Because, usually you hear, well, he's got the intelligence of a 2-year-old. At 2, he's normal.
Yeah, what's
he's
he
just
got
got
at
a
2?
wacky haircut.
What 2? How was he get the intelligence?
He's still ahead of the curve at 2.
Yeah.
Big drop off at 3, but
I thought, I swear to you, I thought he meant he was like maybe 10 even or 13, somewhere where you're trying to tell him the whole principle of flight, and he's just freaking out.
Yeah, the doctor said to the parents and the kid was 2. The good news is he's way ahead of where he should be. Really? Bad news? It never gets any better than this.
Just the brakes are on.
Screeching halt, folks. Oh, what'd the guy yell when the father said he had Down syndrome?
There was just this silence.
Yeah.
But later on in the flight, people were getting up to walk by, saying they were going to the bathroom, but to get a look at the kid to see what he looked
To
like.
make sure?
Yep.
Kid doesn't look like he's got it.
Ugh.
Just a loud kid. Whole flight? Did he do it the whole flight?
Most of it. He kept trying to. The father kept trying to put on some kids' DVDs, and they were giving him coloring books, and
Great.
they were bringing him little toys and wings and things like that.
How much entertaining stuff did he eat? They have him take an X-ray. You see Captain's wings, the vomit bag, the headphones.
He was eating a crayon.
Was he
Had to
eating
take
a
it out of his
crayon?
mouth.
Of course they did. You know what, they should have brought him a bag of lead paint chips. Here you go. Snack on these, dumbbell.
what the hell? They can't help it, Jimmy.
Absolutely can't help it.
Come on, Jimmy. People out there are affected by what they're hearing.
Of course they are. It's very sad,
Jimmy.
But it does annoy the living crap out of you that you're on a flight and that stuff's going on.
Well, let's move right. Let's move right into a couple with Down syndrome getting married. We started this about 2 weeks ago. We never finished. I think we got to play the first 2 clips over again, right? This was from 2020 or 60 Minutes or Dateline, one of those type of shows.
I'm so ashamed of myself.
You should be.
They're going to take your Panasonic plasma TV back for that.
Oh, no.
That's right.
And still way less than that kid's head.
All right, Jimmy. You were working your way out of it. What are you doing? You're back in the forest.
Erock should have known when he got on the plane and it was short and yellow. Your seat cushion is also a hockey helmet.
In the case of an emergency, your Pete Rose haircut will lower itself from the ceiling.
All right, here we go. Couple with Down syndrome getting married. We started this a couple weeks ago. Let's try to get
A slide will pop out. Please don't attempt to eat it.
That's not a slide. It's the kid's tongue. All right, here we go. Couple with Down syndrome. Down
doobie doo. Yeah.
Short yellow plane.
Well, here we go. They get married.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the first clip.
The world hasn't seen many marriages like the one that was prepared for Carrie Bergeron and her fiancé Sujit Desai. They would have 2 weddings, Hindu and Christian, so the plan went, and 2 magical celebrations.
Magical.
But more importantly, they were bringing their families, a community, their religions, and a cause along with them. A cause that could have kept them apart.
I had a hole in my heart, jaundice, a big tongue, and a wobbly head. As I got older, I also realized that I'm a slow learner.
Carrie Bergeron is 29 years old, a young woman with Down syndrome. Technically, it means she was born with an extra copy of a chromosome in her genetic makeup that causes people with Down syndrome to have learning disabilities that can be mild or severe. Heart defects are common. There are also physical symptoms, such as an enlarged tongue that can cause words to sound slurred, and extra folds of skin under the eyes.
Okay, terrific.
No kidding.
Wow. It could be loud on planes.
How can you tell which one's the bride and which one's the groom? I guess by the hairstyle. I guess that's what I would do. Same face, different hairdos.
I now pronounce you man and wife. You may rub jelly on the face of the bride.
Well.
The priest has to keep stopping the ceremony to yell at the bride's father. Will you stop giving her away this fast? It's not time yet. He shows up a day early at the church. Here.
It's the rehearsal. He thinks he's done.
Here you go.
Come on.
Yeah, very proud. God bless.
Carrie volunteers at a learning center. She was very lonely there.
Despite being a slow learner, Carrie grew up to speak as an advocate for people with Down syndrome. She earned a certificate as a teacher's assistant, and she works as a volunteer aide in this daycare classroom at the New Discoveries Learning Center in New York. But in her teens, she knew there was something missing, and so did her mother.
Not a chromosome.
When she was about 15, I really noticed the loneliness. It was looming big time. And I just could see when her sisters or her brother went off with friends, there was just a look in her eyes as if to say, I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
Aww.
Very lonely.
That's sad.
But
Bob Kelly's crying right now.
But then the loneliness ended when some of the neighborhood boys found alcohol and a mattress in the woods.
Are you nuts? Are you nuts?
Oh, my God, no. The local lacrosse team.
More on the loneliness.
I was very lonely because my friends, they don't have any special needs, and they can do things that I couldn't do, like having a job and sports, and also hanging out with their boyfriends.
She sounds fine.
And girlfriends. And,
she sounds smarter than a lot of the broads I knew back when they were
very lonely.
that old.
I didn't have anyone.
Like she's not just like Daga Mabe, you know? She's talking. What's she talking about? Things she can't do. Just the fact that she's actually articulate in saying what she can't do, she should be able to do it.
She sounds more articulate than Rich Voss.
Yeah.
Maybe Rich should be checked.
Special needs.
To correct his English.
Sujit also.
Silent L's in tortilla.
We get to hear from the groom now. Sujit also has Down's syndrome. Mm-hmm. Took him a long time to learn the right words to express himself.
Life changed in unexpected ways when Carrie met this 25-year-old man. He is Sujit Desai.
Holy crap.
Oh, boy.
Off someone's cell phone on the instant feedback.
Yeah.
The guy has a Pete Rose cut. The girl has an Emo Phillips.
Oh.
All right, I'm sorry.
Oh, my God.
Life changed in unexpected ways when Carrie met this 25-year-old man. He is Sujit Desai, who also was born with Down syndrome. His parents both work as dentists in upstate New York. It took a long time for Sujit as a child to learn the right words to express himself, but his parents found that music helped stimulate him. And although he struggled, he learned, and now plays 6 instruments.
None of them will.
Let's say hi to Mike. Mike.
Come on, dude. Stop it.
What happened?
Come on, cuz. Stop it. Stop mocking the unfortunate, really. You know who should mock? Comedians that suck, that like the one standing there next to you, the little troll.
What's the matter,
Danny, I know.
Why is this hit?
I can't
Fan.
Jim Norton. I can't stand him.
Why is this hitting you on a bad level, sir?
Huh?
Why is this bothering you?
Do you have a waterhead at home?
That is.
Why?
Why don't you? What's bothering you about this? Let's tell the
First
truth.
of all, don't mock my family. Come down here, I'll twist your fucking neck off.
Oh, hey, oh.
Why is this bothering you?
Hey, tough guy.
Why is this bothering you?
You guys look like two little trolls. I'll come down there and...
That's right. Wait a minute.
Do it, Jim Norton, you pussies.
Why is this bothering you?
Yeah, what's the matter? Tough guy.
Don't mock me. Don't say my family, something wrong with my family. I'll come down there, I'll kill you.
Why is this bothering you?
Oh, a death threat. Cool. I could get a New York State pistol license. Finally. Thank you, sir. I needed a death threat.
Now listen, why
is this bothering you?
Mike, we're allowing you to speak, but you got to say something of relevance. Why does this bother you?
Why?
Yes.
Because Jimmy Norton's going to be appearing.
Why does this bother you?
Does it bother you because it hits too close to home? Because that's what happens with comedy.
No, comedy. This isn't comedy.
Why?
It's comedy to some people out there.
Hey, you know who's not a comic? Jim Norton. He sucks.
We
Why
got
does this
that
bother
already.
you?
I'm going to rip his little troll fucking head off.
Yeah, you do that. Why does this bother you, sweetie?
And he hangs
No
up.
answer.
He hangs up.
It bothers me.
Yeah, wuss.
It hits close to home. Anything else is okay to make fun of, but if it hits close to where he is emotionally, stay away.
I bet Mike laughs his ass off at the black jokes.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
Or the Asian jokes.
Don't make fun of the unfortunate.
Or when we go into the moronic Italian show on Sirius. That whole thing. I bet, he laughs at that. The second we hit on something a little too close to home. Hey, my family! You shouldn't have done so much LSD when you were a kid. Maybe you'd have a kid that could think.
He didn't say it was his family.
I bet it was. I know it was. I know it was. He's got to look at that disaster every day and know it's his fault. It's your fault, Mike. Keep listening. You listening? Your fault. Look at it. Look at it. Your fault. You smoked that joint before you had sex, didn't you?
We were just trying to have some fun.
Joint do it?
I don't know. We were just trying to have some fun. I don't feel too good about myself right now.
I'm feeling great about myself.
I have a problem that Dateline or 2020 did this piece.
Of course.
Because it's the modern day freak show. That's why people are watching two people with Down syndrome get married.
The girl sounds
They're not
fine.
feeling for anyone on the TV. Maybe there's a small percent of the people watching, of course, but most of us would watch this because we're like, oh my God, I've never seen anything like this before.
You ever talk to a stripper? I swear, and I'm not, this is no joke.
We gotta take a break, so.
That girl, the retarded married girl, sounds more intelligent than any stripper I've ever talked to. There you go.
All right, we'll take a break.
Mike sucks.
Mike's an ass.
Just a douche calling a radio show complaining, and then won't admit why he bothers him. What's
I'm
the matter?
pissed he didn't think my insults were worse than yours.
He didn't like it. Why does it bother you? No, come down here. Hey! Why not just admit why it bothers you?
Gonna twist your neck off, he said.
Who cares? Just put me on my
Good
misery.
luck.
You'd be doing me a favor, stupid.
He doesn't have a neck, idiot.
Exactly. Good luck finding the chin. You're going to twist me, it'll be my arms. I'll go, wrong area, fella. We're trolls. Hey, don't make fun of my appearance. Ugh.
All right, with that.
I hate everyone, including you, Mike.
Mike's back, but we have to.
Of course.
Is it, Mike?
Why don't you just tell us why it bugs you, Mike?
Mike.
Yo.
Don't hang up.
I got disconnected.
Oh, you hung up.
All right.
You hung up.
So why does this bother you?
Why? I'm not going to admit on the air why it bothers.
Why?
My son's not a disaster. Who are you to call my son a disaster?
We don't know anything about you, Mike. We're just assuming stuff.
If you're not going to say, I'm going to speculate.
This is what happens when you do the type of radio show we do. When something hits too close to home, you get very, very offended, but you have no problem laughing at all the other crazy stuff we do.
I don't laugh at No, you're not understanding my point, though, really. If Jim Norton, look at Jim Norton's poor mother and father, what they got to go through.
Exactly.
They have a successful son.
The bottom line is this. I asked you why it bothered you, and what's the problem with it?
Well, no, it doesn't hit close to home. It's it kind of does, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm sorry for that.
Well, then what about all the other things that we make fun of? Like the things that have wrecked my life and AIDS, which has affected everyone. Why is that okay, but something that hits close to
Jim Norton's life is an open book on this show.
Yeah,
he beats himself up more than he beats others up.
Yeah, I know, but just turn around and say someone's son's a disaster. If it's my fault, I smoked too much pot. What are you kidding me?
Well,
I didn't say that.
There was a little anger in the room.
I
and
thought
you know how
were
that
so
works.
upset you tuned away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you. Yeah, you're
Why were you listening?
And that was
I work in the city. I'll drive my truck right in front of the station. I'll come up and talk to you about it right now. And you got that little troll tells me I'm a tough guy. Yeah, I am a tough guy.
Why don't you, first of all,
Mikey,
you have a problem with me. Keep your problem pointed at me, but stop blaming me for everything that everybody says on the show. If you're going to just...
You talk like a little troll.
You see? Stop trying to be funny, Mike. Mike, stop trying. I don't care if you like me. Drive your truck drunk into a wall. I don't care if you like me or not.
I'm talking to Jim Norton.
I know. I am Jim Norton, you jackass.
Oh, my God. You are stupid, Mike.
Oh, Jimmy, stop it, you little troll, you.
That was Anthony.
That was Anthony.
All right, Mike, we got to go. Yeah.
All right, guys.
Is it okay if we make fun of the blacks next?
Yeah, screw you.
You'd have fun with that, right? Listening to that?
Well, I got a black, whatever.
I know.
A black what?
What would you like us to make fun of? Seriously. What would Mike like us to make fun of?
Some of the towel heads and stuff, you know.
We do enough of that.
you
All we do
go.
is trash them.
And and there's some nice towel heads out there.
No.
And then we're going to have to take
Now
phone
you're-
calls
now
from
you're
them.
pushing it.
That's one or two.
I understand your point, but just maybe a little pissed off.
All right, Mike, we'll move on soon. Well, go listen to Z100 or something for a few minutes. We'll be done with this soon.
Come down and smack in your head. How's that?
It doesn't
that would
matter,
be
man.
fine.
You can do that.
It would be very hard.
Down here and throw you beating.
It'd be, you know something? Let me tell you something, Mike. Let me tell you something, Mike. Keep up the act that you're coming down to kick our ass, and you know what's going to happen? You're going to get your ass beat and thrown in jail. That's all that's going to happen. That's all that's going to happen. I'm just being honest with you.
You pussy.
That's what's going to happen.
Pussies. 3 little 5'0" pussies. Goodbye.
Then he hangs up.
And then he hangs up again. There he goes.
I didn't say
No
that,
one hung
Mike.
up on you.
I didn't say that, Mike. It's the only virus spreading across America.
I love showing my to introverted fat guys. Whip 'em out Wednesday.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
That's right, it's Opie and Anthony. Let's go right to the phones. Ken in Ohio, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, Ken.
Hey, I was laughing so hard, I don't know who actually made the comment, but you hit the nail right on the head. I have a son, 9 years old, has Down. But, all the funny stuff you guys do, you gotta laugh. I mean, I'm sure if my wife's listening when I get home, I'll get my butt kicked, but it's funny. I mean, stuff happens, crap happens, you can't change it, but you can't laugh about it. What are you going to do?
We all have our crosses.
All right,
to bear.
Well, the key is with cringe humor, it's like anything awful hurts somebody. It's like if you draw the line with comedy, like as a general subject, then there's really nothing you can make fun of. I mean, even drunk driving is a safe thing. Like, I was drinking, I got pulled. But, is drunk driving funny when you break it down? No, it's awful.
No.
We try to make fun of everything. We try.
Exactly, and there's some stuff, like I said, it does hit home, bother some people, but
All right.
you're going to laugh at some stuff, other stuff you got to let go, other stuff, I mean, don't get pissed about.
All right, we had a really pissed off woman from Philly, but she hung up.
Oh.
And
I hope she calls back.
The reason that I'll do stuff like that is because the things that hurt me on a personal level, like that I find really personally very sad or hurtful, look, I make fun of them too.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
have
just
to.
keep my own stuff
Exactly.
safe.
That's why I love the show. You guys aren't afraid to hit anything, And that's life. You deal with it.
Even stuff that, affects us personally.
The thing is, I think all of us in this room really enjoy dark humor.
Yeah.
There's that gallows humor that all of us enjoy, and it's twisted. But we hit, all the subjects. We hit all the bad, like nasty, despicable subjects, and find some kind of a sick joke in there.
A twist on it, you got to have some humor or something. I mean, if you can't laugh at it, then,
then you're going to cry.
there's nothing else out there. You got to have something to relax it.
All right, Ken, we get your point. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
man.
Dancing is fast.
Let's get back to the funny. Donnie in Boston.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if that fine young couple registered at Toys R Us.
Oh, my God. And with that, we go back to the clips because we're running out of show here. Which one are we going to play?
We didn't hear the guy, the groom.
All right. Yeah.
We didn't hear him yet.
We didn't hear Sujit also has Down syndrome. Took him a long time.
No, we heard about him. We didn't hear him.
Took him a long time to learn the right words to express himself. We played that, right?
We didn't hear him talk, though.
Did we play that? We heard that clip?
Yeah.
All right, let's move on here. Sujit met Carrie at a Down syndrome convention. Oh, my God.
That must have been a treat to accidentally book a room at that.
No sleep that night. Sujit has a special nickname for her. And then whoever put this together for us, probably Danny, it says, you may want to pause right before he says it to come up with your own nicknames.
All right.
He also entertains at nursing homes and events for people with Down syndrome. And when he encountered Carrie Bergeron at a National Down Syndrome Congress in Pittsburgh, it was love at first sight.
I said to my parents, this is the girl that I really want to date and to have someone in my life.
Do you have a special name for her?
Anyway, do you see? And this is what drives me nuts. Like, a guy like Mike will get pissed off at us. But do you see what that guy in the media just did? Do you have a special name for knowing he's going to get something good?
Yeah.
And he's doing it under the guise of being a concerned newsman when he's trying to get something screwed up. If that was a regular couple, do you think he'd say, do you have a nickname for your wife?
No.
But he knows this one is going to be a gem.
He's got a nickname.
A doozy.
He's got a Lulu. By the way, do you know if that was him playing the piano?
No, that's actually what he hears in his head all day long.
3 minutes left. Holy crap.
For her?
Actually, yes. I call her Care Bear.
And when he calls me Care Bear, I feel so different and so special. I feel like someone really cares about me and loves me and wants to be with me my whole life long.
It was either that. It was either that or a tree, lady.
Care Bear.
Care Bear. All right, want to move right on so we could maybe finish this up?
Yes.
On their own excursions, including trips in a rowboat on the lake behind the Desai's house, they were, in a very real sense, escaping into
See them in the
uncharted
sand in a
waters.
rowboat?
It is rare for people with Down syndrome to marry.
The parents are there with
Carrie
the drill,
loved pretending they were
drilling
on
a hole in the bottom of it. I won't tell if you don't.
They're scuba diving with a drill.
Syndrome to marry. Carrie loved pretending they were on the Titanic, the way it was in the movie.
Jesus.
I'm so glad I'm with you, Jack. I'm not going to leave you.
The question of children was settled by Carrie's decision to undergo a surgical procedure to prevent conception, since the likelihood of having a Down syndrome child would be high, and it would be virtually impossible for Carrie and Sujit to care for a child on their own.
Children is a big responsibility, and we just have to be responsible for ourselves, really.
She shouldn't bring up the Titanic because they had to make some tough choices on that boat. Women and children first, waterheads last. Who is she kidding?
Exactly. That's why the Titanic sank. It was actually those two in a rowboat, and they hit one of their heads.
All right, we got one more minute left here. I think we can squeeze this in, hopefully.
For her first dance with Sujit as husband and wife, Carrie wanted her sister Wendy to sing the theme from Titanic, no doubt heard at thousands of weddings since it became such a standard. In a world where we often honor people with special needs as inspirations for achievements beyond our expectations, but may look away from issues such as loneliness, this couple had their own interpretation of the words. What does that song mean to you?
It means no matter where we are in life, we will never grow apart.
Oh, yeah?
This is her singing it.
Oh, no.
If you really love somebody, never, ever quit.
Oh, no.
Don't ever
They go
think
on,
that.
but your education won't.
When you really love somebody, you will know.
Oh, God. Whatever.
That is inspiring.
That's the modern-day freak show right there.
They played her singing. They showed a clip of her singing.
Yeah.
Yeah.